So I'm going to tell you about touring with Paul McCartney in the 90s. But first, I want to mention something. In a previous video, I mentioned that I ran into Mary McCartney, Paul's daughter, a few years after I toured with Paul and her and the rest of the family. And she had a little baby in her arms. And now I got to thinking, I wonder if that baby was her son Arthur. So, I looked into it. He was born in 1999, and I ran into them in 2000. So I think it was Arthur, which made me think, is Arthur named after George Harrison's hairstyle? So when we were on tour, we were in Tokyo, and Paul wanted to do like a special for Tokyo TV. And what we did was we filmed his sound check, and he had a small audience of about 40 people who were in attendance in the Tokyo Dome, which is a big place. But there were a bunch of gimmicks and gags, and they had these Japanese Elvis impersonators out there, in the aisles, dancing and doing tricks. And there was this thing where they hired a model, and she was supposed to be like a waitress in the venue, and she had an apron on, and she comes out to listen for a second, and she gets so carried away by the music that she takes her apron off and flings it in the air, and she starts dancing, and she's really enjoying herself. Yeah, and these are pictures of her here. And, I found this woman very attractive. And actually, so did Paul. Even though, when Paul spent 9 days in a Japanese prison in 1980, he said those were the only 9 days that he didn't sleep in the same bed as his wife, right? But from the way Paul was looking at this lady who played the waitress, I think he would have taken those 9 days with her. Anyway, that night, let me put it this way. I took her home and tried to win her, had a laugh, and over dinner, told her I would really like to see her again. But, I'll just leave it at that. Okay.